Hi, Monica. We need to talk. Text me right back when you got the message.
How are you doing? What can I help you, Mom?
Oh,
You've replied. Thanks God. But what happened with your work?
I'm actually in the middle of work now. But I'm just taking a quick coffee break. I thought I'd reply back since it seemed a bit urgent. So what is this all about?
Well, that's funny. I was under the assumption that you had finally submitted your resignation letter or something. I thought you would have quit your job.
Well, I do like my job here. So why do you text me?
Well, I do expect you to do as you're told, seeing as you're my daughter-in-law. If I tell you to reply to my text messages, I expect an immediate reply. If I tell you to cook for me, then you'd cook for me right away. Isn't that what respecting your in-laws is all about?
Right. So, is there something you want to tell me?
By the way, let me tell you something I heard on a TV show the other day.
Okay.
So apparently, young people these days have a sneaky way of reading text messages without having to actually read the text. Have you ever heard of that?
I'm not so sure.
Meaning that the recipient will be able to read the text without the sender finding out. I suppose it's so that the sender won't be bothered if they get a late reply. Well, I can't think of any other reason as to why anyone wouldn't reply to a text immediately, but to each their own.
Oh, I know that trick.
Well, I'm glad that you're not the type of person to do that.
Yeah. So,
oh,
Sorry for going off track. I just forget things in a split second even during mid-conversation. So I'm actually at your house at the moment.
really? What are you doing there? Is Peter with you?
Actually, Peter is at work now. So I'll wait till he gets home. I know Peter tells me he's fine on the phone, but you never really know how someone's doing until you've seen and spoken to them in person, right? So I just come over and see how he is doing. I hope that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you come round to the house at least every month. So it'll be weird if you stopped coming over. Anyway, what can I do for you here? Did you want to ask me something?
Oh, I didn't know that it was a problem for me to see my son.
Oh, no. I didn't mean it like that. I can absolutely understand how worried you'd be when your son is not in your sight. If I were you, I would be worried too.
Peter is my beloved son. I'd fall sick if I don't see him for even just a day. Once you have children, you will understand, Monica.
Yeah.
By the way, do you plan to have a baby?
Oh, what's that?
oh,
I went off track again. Sorry.
I think you texted me to either ask me something or.
That's right.
I'm all ears.
What time are you coming home tonight?
Let me check my planner. Hold on a second. Okay, I should be home at around 6:30 p.m. tonight. Would you like to stay at ours for dinner?
oh,
No need to worry about that. I'll cook for all of us tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. My husband loves your dishes you cook.
yeah,
But I need you to buy something before you come home. Is that okay?
Sure. What do you need?
First, 5 kilograms of cheese.
What? 5 kilograms?
Yes, why not?
Do you really need much cheese to cook for dinner?
yeah,
Just buy what I say. Second, 5 kilograms of pasta.
I think these are too much for 3 of us.
Don't be silly. I have my way of cooking.
So, you really need all of that?
What are wrong with you? If I didn't, why I have to ask you to buy?
But what do you need it for? Because it doesn't sound like you need all of that for just a meal for 3 people.
Well, you're right about that. I'd be crazy to have all of that for just a family meal.
Then what are they for?
It's to give to my neighbors as Christmas gifts.
Christmas gifts?
Yes. I have no idea what some of them need or want. And I don't intend to overthink it since they're just for my neighbors. Anyone could use more cheese and pasta, right? So it's a perfect idea for a gift. Do you think so?
Yeah, I see.
I did that last Christmas and everyone seemed to love it. Don't worry, dear. Just get them for me and that'll be all right.
Okay. But by the way, is there a specific brand or type of cheese you want me to get?
Feel free to choose whichever one you like. I don't mind that. Oh, I almost forgot. Could you also get 10 cans of chopped tomatoes? Choose whichever one is the cheapest.
Okay, pasta and cheapest can of chopped tomatoes.
And get around 20 empty cardboard boxes.
20 boxes?
Yeah.
Thanks, darling. You're a sweetheart.
What is all this?
What?
What's all this in front of the house? These pile of boxes and bags with things inside.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, could you come and open the door, please? My hands are full and you've got to see this for yourself.
Oh, I can't, darling. I'm a bit tied up here.
Okay, well now I've looked inside and a lot of these things are mine. In fact, they're all mine. Who did this?
I honestly have no idea. I just remember throwing out some trash. Were they yours? Oh, I'm sorry, Monica. Peter and I thought they were all trash, so we just put them all out.
Trash? What the heck are you doing?
Excuse me? What is it with all of the profanity all a sudden?
No, it's not all of a sudden. I've been nice to you all these years. But this is the last straw. No more playing nice to you. I've had enough with your harassment.
Well, if you are going to be that way, let me tell you something. I'll let you know how much I've hated your guts. I never liked you since Pete introduced me to you. So it's about time you got what you deserved. I knew Peter should have never married a foolish woman like you.
Me? Am I the one who threw all of someone's things out on the streets? No. That's you.
See? That filthy mouth of yours. I hope it hasn't rubbed off onto Peter as well. You're a terrible influence on him.
I'm the terrible influence? How about you for being the big old cockalorum?
What? Please don't be so dramatic. All I'm saying is that ever since Pete married you, he hardly comes to visit me at my house. And then over the past year we've started spending some more time together for some reason. And I realized that all this time you were the one holding him back from seeing me.
A year ago? Right, well that makes sense.
How does that make sense? What do you mean?
Oh, never mind.
This is you. You're pulling the strings behind my back. Torturing me. Keeping my son away from me. Those boxes are there so that you can move out of this house and leave me and my family alone.
What? Are you being serious?
When are you ever going to get it into your head that a wife is to stay at home and be a good housewife? But look at you. Always talking about work and work. As if you don't have a family to take care of. Poor Peter. He looks after him while you're at work.
What? He's a 38-year-old man. He's perfectly capable of taking care of himself on his own. Besides, what kind of conservative values do you have? Maybe in your days, you had to be a boring stay-at-home wife. But if you step outside into the real world, things are way different. You're way behind. Most married couples have jobs. It's called having a double income. Ever heard of it?
Well, that doesn't explain why you have to be so ugly.
Excuse me?
That's right. Had you been slightly prettier or even nice to look at, I wouldn't have to say this out loud, but look at you. There's nothing in you that makes people want to get to know you. There's nothing in you that would make people compliment you. I can't believe that my handsome son is married to an ugly cow like you.
How superficial and materialistic can you be? And you think you're one to talk? Who do you think you are?
Well, you clearly don't even have any talents either. The meals you cook are always mediocre at best. The housework is never done perfectly. What kind of man would want to be with someone like you? So take those boxes with you and leave us alone. And the cheese and pasta and everything else that you brought back. I will tell Peter to get divorced with you.
What? Divorce?
Yes. You can never step inside our house. But if you are about to beg me, I'll tell you that. Peter will hold off on the divorce if you change your attitude and become a better wife to him.
What? Peter? That idiot of a husband who earns chump change?
How dare you speak about my son like that? Let alone your husband. You're crazy.
It's funny though, Lizzie. Your Peter's always been a mama's boy. I thought he'd grow some balls once we got married. But clearly he hasn't. I can't imagine living with him for the rest of my life. So I'll happily divorce him. Let me get rid of him along with the house. That's what I call killing two birds with one stone.
Hold on a second. Selling the house? Why would you do that? Are you insane?
This house is mine. My grandparents refurbished it. What made you think it belonged to Peter with his income? No way he can afford to live here.
What? That can't be true. He told me it was his house.
You can ask him again. Maybe this man forget the most important part. Your son earns less than his wife and he's a liar. Are you proud of him?
How dare you?
By the way, you may move out of the house now. You better move out of my house. This house is already up for sale. So it won't be too long till the new owner takes over. It'll take just about a month till the new owner gets the key to the house.
A month? How do you expect us to find a place and move out in a month? Since when did you put the house up for sale?
Since I found out that you and Peter were trying to sabotage me. You're not as loved by your family as much as you think you are, Lizzie.
What do you mean?
Let's just say that I had a helping hand.
Who is that?
To know this, you'd better ask your husband.
My husband? Why is he involved in these things?
Father-in-law is a very kind person. It's him who told me about your plan to force me away my house.
What? What a jerk.
Don't say that. I will bring father-in-law to live with me. You always look down on him, he never needs a wife like you. So, now. Move away my house. Pack your things and leave my house, you cow.
Is that why you were acting so weird earlier? All of those weird, strange reactions you were giving, it's because you knew what was coming? And you were hiding it from me?
Oh, that was fun trying to wind you up. And you know what? I even bought anything at supermarket. No can, no box, and no cheese.
You!
Don't make me say it again. Pack up and leave.
What? Why all these things happen all of a sudden? I can't get it.
You spoil Peter to be a mama boy. And these all things are the outcome you got. You guys are meant to stay together longer. Good luck.
Monica! I'm not done with you yet. I never forgive you.
Since that conversation with Lizzie, I blocked her. I just thought I should block her anyway just to avoid having any contact with her. My father-in-law apparently gets the gossip about them from the old neighbors. According to that my ex-husband Peter, he's been fired from his job. And it looks like he's struggling to find a new one. Lizzie got part-time work at the serving customers day and night. If only Lizzie had stopped being such a witch and Peter more loving, then this would have never happened. Despite having lost my marriage, at least I have my kind father-in-law. Let's see how long they can last before they try to look for me and come crying to me for help.
Hey Michelle, you know what? The moment that you accepted my proposal was wonderful. I even wondered if you say yes.
Don't talk like that, honey. You should always be confident that I love you no matter what. So my decline didn't make sense.
Well, it's so sweet of you to say that. I'm sorry, I can't throw a wedding party for you right now. My job is so busy lately.
I understand, Thompson. As long as I can be with you, I don't rush into the wedding.
Thank you so much, baby. Although we don't have a wedding, I promise to rent an apartment for us. You now can cook in a big kitchen. And we can sleep in a king-sized bed.
Yeah, lovely to hear that.
Michelle, I'm so happy now. It's a happy ending for both of us. We're officially husband and wife.
I'm so happy to finally have it all sorted out.
It took so long. There seemed to be some confusion at the courthouse, but it's all good now.
Yeah, that's a very good news.
Did you get everything sorted out with your apartment?
Yeah, I did.
Let me know if there's anything I can help with. Is there anything left to move to our new place?
No. Just a few bags my parents are dropping off later. The moving service brought some things I won't be keeping to the thrift store. And I'm dealing with the last few things. The furniture won't be brought until tomorrow. But once they arrive, all we have to do is get things arranged.
Great. Are you at your old place now?
Yeah, the mirrors are just about to leave and I'm gonna be here for a while until my parents get here.
All right. I'll head over to the house now. I'm so excited to be living together with my parents.
Wait. What do you mean? I thought we were going to be moving into our own apartment.
Oh, sorry, Michelle. I thought I told you. I decided not to rent that place.
What? I thought we talked about this.
We're gonna move in with my mom and dad for a while.
I thought we had picked an apartment out and we went to see it and everything.
I didn't bother moving forward with that place you had picked out. It looked like a dump.
What? I thought we had agreed on that apartment. I didn't agree to living with your parents. We should have our own place as a newly married couple. I thought you told me that you had gotten it all sorted out.
I guess I forgot to tell you I didn't do it.
What? How?
Calm down, Michelle. Just take it easy. It'll be fine.
How can I calm down? You lied to me. You told me you had it all sorted out everything.
Well, I made it up. That lease was just something I found off the internet and filled in myself. I didn't want to trick you, but I didn't see any other way to do it.
To do what? What can I do about all my stuff? The moving service is already going to the other apartment that we don't actually have a contract for.
Just have them donate the rest of it. We don't need any of that stuff. My parents have plenty of furniture and stuff already.
What if I want some of that stuff?
There's no room for it.
Can't believe it. Why did you lie to me about all of this? Why not just tell me you wanted to move in with your parents instead of tricking me like this?
I knew that you never said yes unless I did something like this. So I had no choice but to lie.
Why would you ever do that if we had talked about it? I'm sure we could have come up with some kind of compromise instead of you just straight up lying to me.
Hey, Michelle. Don't be so panic. I have my reasons. Just let me explain.
What reasons would you have for lying to me? I was worried that it might be hard to explain, but I really didn't have a choice.
My mom had a really bad ill last month.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
She was kind of embarrassed about it. She hasn't really told anyone actually. So I want to move in with her for a while to help her out.
Why didn't you just tell me this? I would have understood.
I'm sorry, Michelle. And there's one other thing. I was hoping you might be able to take care of her. I'm so busy with work. And I do make enough for the two of us. So I thought you could just quit your job and take care of her until she recovers.
What are you talking about? I didn't marry you just to become a free home care nurse. And I thought we were going to have kids. How am I going to be able to have a baby and take care of your mom at the same time? It's going to be much harder while I'm pregnant and basically impossible with an infant.
Please, Michelle.
What if I don't want to quit my job? You can't just ask me out of the blue to put my career into everything on hold because you can't find a way to take care of your mother.
Why are you so mad about this? We can have a kid and you'll have plenty of time for the kid even if you help with my mom.
But then I won't have time for anything else. You're absolutely out of your mind.
Well, it's not like we have any other choice. We don't have any other place to live right now. So we're gonna have to live with her for a while. I promise it'll be fine.
Thompson. We need to talk right now. I'm at my limit. I can't put up with this anymore. You tricked me into being your slave. I'm not your wife. I'm just your servant.
What? What are you talking about? Haven't you gotten used to taking care of my mom by now?
How can I get used to this? I'm not a trained nurse. She requires professional care and you've got me working basically all day to try to keep her alive. You made it seem she's just a little illness. But it's way worse than that. I spend basically all day looking after her while you're at work. And you still demand a cooking clean on top of that.
If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm not sure what to tell you. My sister could manage all of that before she got married. Clearly you have some sort of problem if you can't do it.
If you helped me at all, it wouldn't be so bad. If you volunteered to take her to a couple doctor's appointments or helped with dinner or really just anything, maybe I could figure it out. But you won't even lift a finger.
What do you expect me to do? I'm busy with work. I don't have time to be chauffeuring her around to doctors and feeding her. I'm too tired to do anything when I get home.
How do you think I feel? I barely have time. I have to wake up in the middle of the night to take your mom to the bathroom. I can't even sleep properly. I spend all my time taking care of her and you do nothing. I'm done. I need a break. I'm going to a spa on Saturday. I need some time away from this to get my head straight. I'm going to go relax and think about what we're going to do about this marriage. I've just spent 2 months being your mother's unpaid care nurse. And don't start with me about paying for it. I'm using my own money.
Are you really going to abandon us to run off to spa? You don't care about us? I promised with my sister that you can take care of her children at weekend. I can't just reject her now. She already has plans of going on a vacation.
What? Why you agreed with her without asking me? I'm not gonna do it. You have to figure it out yourself.
Whatever, I already told her. So you better be home to watch them. You can't refuse now.
I can and I will. You're just going to have to watch them yourself. I have plans and I'm not changing them just because you didn't account for it.
Well, I have plans too. I'm going camping with my friends this weekend. And I can't change it. So you have to just cancel your schedule.
Absolutely not.
This is what you signed up for. You're my wife, and I expect you to do what I say. You can't just go buzzing off to a spa whenever you feel like. You must have a responsibility to this family.
I don't have a responsibility to anyone. You're treating me like a slave but not your wife. A wife should be loved and cared about. You've barely even looked at me since we've gotten married. You come home in the middle of the night stinking drunk and pass out. I barely talk to you in person in months.
Well, I do what I want. Because I take care of my responsibilities. Unlike you, abandoning my mother like this.
I want to talk about responsibilities pawning your sickly mother off on me like this. And I'm not abandoning anyone. I already hired a nurse to take care of your mother while I'm gone. I at least care about your mother to make sure that she's looked after. But I'm not gonna deal with your sister's kids. I'm not her babysitter. If you can't deal with that, maybe we should just get a divorce.
What?
Yeah, I'm tired of living with your family. And I haven't realized that you are an irresponsible husband until now. To be honest, I think about divorce many times, but I haven't decided yet. But this is the last straw. Can't take it anymore.
Where are you now, Michelle? Mom told me you aren't at home today. Is she right?
Yes.
What? Wherever you are, come back home now.
Don't talk to me like that. I'm gonna go stay with a friend. I'm done with taking care of your mom. I told you if you keep trying to force me to do it, we're gonna get a divorce.
Are you being serious? Why would you do that?
You didn't give me much choice, Thompson. I was being treated like a slave. So I decided I was done.
I don't agree. Are you leaving home and let my mom alone?
That's her problem, not mine.
You're so ungrateful after everything I've done for you. I married you and gave you this beautiful house. And that you went to our family, and this is how you repay us. My mom is ill now, she needs taking care of. You even canceled the nursing service, right?
Yes, I don't want to using my money for that thing.
What? After all my family have given you, you just decide to run off and leave my mom.
What are you even talking about? You literally just turned me into your servant. I'm done with all of you. All you've done is take advantage of me. The divorce paper is in the drawer. Just take it out and sign it. I'm done with this marriage. We can fight it out in court if you want, but I'm not coming back. I'm not doing any of that. You better figure something out because I'm not going to be there to take care of your family for you.
You have to be my wife. I'm not going to stand for this.
Well, you don't have a choice. It's not like you're much of a husband yourself. All you've done is work and go out with your friends since we've gotten married. We barely had a wedding and we didn't even have a honeymoon. And you haven't even touched me once since we got married. I'm just a maid to you.
You're not a maid, Michelle. Are you insane? You're my legal wife.
So what?
It's your job to take care of the house. I don't have to do anything for you. I'm done talking to you. I can't believe you can't get my thought. You need to come back home right now. My sister and his husband is coming. You need to be home to making a dinner for them. You have to take care of her children too.
What? It's so ridiculous. Why she find someone who actually can hurt your kids? Instead of just assuming I am going to do. This is what you get when you just assume everyone else is going to do stuff for you.
Don't speak to me like this. Let me tell you this. You have refused to take care of my sister's kids a lot of times. My sister now have to work more than before. She has to take care of children herself and go to work. She is the main breadwinner of her house. She works till midnight just to make ends meet. Don't you feel something? This is all your fault.
What? You must be kidding. Is that normal thing when mother looking after her own kids? And your sister is not a good person, Thompson. She seems like ordering me to look after her kids instead of being kind. And she isn't a good mother either. She hardly sees her kids and give them all to you.
She doesn't seem like ordering you, Michelle. Maybe she's just in a rush. We are family, that's nothing to worry about.
No, she is your family. Not mine, all right? And you think she has to work till midnight? It's so funny. She maybe tricks you, Thompson. She's always going to nightclub every day.
No way. She told me she's so busy lately.
I get connected with her on social media, so I can know it.
No, I don't believe you. You're the one that caused all this. You should take responsibility for your actions.
Now you're going to lecture me on taking responsibility? I don't owe you anything. I never take a penny from you. Plus, you never love me. I'm not your family's babysitter, and I'm definitely not your slave. I am moving out. You have to figure it out other things by yourself.
Please, Michelle. Don't go. Don't leave me. Please come back.
I already told you I wasn't coming back. I haven't changed my mind. Why would I ever go back to that house? I'm going crazy here. I'm so tired all the time.
Please, Michelle.
No. Bye.
Michelle.
After my leaving, Thompson begged his sister to live in his house to take care of that old woman. Thompson and his sister got in a fight each other. His sister then refused to keep taking care of their mother. She left their house the next day. Now Thompson had no one to take care of his mother. And he sometimes had to look after the children. With all the evidence of his deception and forcing me to work as a servant, I'm easily able to convince the judge to hand over quite much money for everything he did. Free from demanding, unreasonable husband, I will live a much more happy life.
Hi, Mark. Is everything okay with you? Are you done with work yet? Food's almost ready if you're coming home for dinner.
Not yet. I need to take care of a few more things before I can come back. I'll be a bit later than usual. You and Maya can eat without me.
Later than usually. Again, this is the third day in a row. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna sleep first. I'll leave your food in the fridge. You can heat it up later on and eat it.
Got it. I'm getting back to work then.
Before you go, I need you to ask about your day off on Thursday next week. It's been a while since we last went, so why don't we all go to the movies again? You know, as a family? Maya's also been saying that she wants to go, so it's the perfect opportunity.
What? Next week?
Yeah, didn't you mention you had off? So I thought it might be good to go then.
Yeah, I remember now. I also forgot to tell you I can't be home then. I actually have work that day too. The principal asked me if I could come in that day to prepare for new school year. So I ended up saying yes.
What? Why'd you say yes to her already? This is really something we could have talked about first. Weren't you saying for a while that you'd definitely be free that day? What happened to that?
What the hell? What choice did I have? She asked me specifically. It's not like I could just say no to her face. Don't be ridiculous.
Hey, chill out. You know, Maya was looking forward to going out with you for once. She said Daddy used to play with me at home all the time. And just today, she told me after class, Daddy used to take me to the park and the movies all the time. She's really lonely without you these days. What am I supposed to tell her?
Yeah, I get that, but I'm really busy right now. You understand that I can't just say no to the principal, right? We've been through this. And to be honest, It really doesn't help that you keep texting me this kind of stuff. Anything, it just distracts me from my work, which means I have to stay here longer.
Look, I get where you're coming from. But you've been saying that for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, and nothing has changed.
You're always saying that you're busy with work. For the whole week, you leave home early in the morning and come home late at night. Even if you're home on the weekends, all you do is mindlessly scroll through your phone, read your magazines, or watch TV. You don't play with Maya. You don't help me with the chores.
What are you trying to say?
I understand that you're tired from being busy with work, but can't you at least care about Maya a little more? I have to work too, you know. It's not like I'm sitting around doing nothing all day. And I can't just keep on doing all this by myself.
Honestly, what's your problem? Are you implying you're the only one who has to work hard?
That's not what I said. Even if you're busy, it would be nice if you could spend a bit more time thinking about the family. Work has always been busy for you, but think about it, there was never anything like this. You know, come to think of it, you've been acting strange lately.
Are you stupid? Have you forgotten what my job is? I'm a teacher, which means I'm responsible for the collective future of a whole classroom of students. I'm out here raising the next generation. That's the kind of responsibility on my shoulders right now. That means I can't just start cutting corners wherever I want just because my daughter wants to drag me to the movies or whatever. And it also means that sometimes I have to drop everything I have to focus on my work. Do you understand?
And you think that's a good enough reason to go and let your daughter feel lonely without you? Look, never mind about the chores. I can take care of the apartment by myself. But Maya has only one dad, and that's you. Care about her a little more, wouldn't you? It wouldn't kill you.
Or you can try harder to do something about it. Unlike me, you don't have to stay late at work every day. What do you do anyways? Teach kids to dance. Give me a break.
Hey, watch it! And it's not like teaching dance is an easy job. You know how hard it is to get kids to do what you want, don't you? Besides, it's physically tiring when you have to repeat movements over and over again. Look, if I don't understand what it's like to be in your shoes, then I don't think it's fair for you to comment on my job either.
Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. Anyways, I'm busy right now. Busy enough that it'd be a good time for you to get off my case already. Don't you dare forget that I'm the one working hard to put food on the table for you and Maya.
You're really missing the point here, right? I'm just saying that it would be nice for you to just think a little bit about hanging out with Maya.
How am I missing the point? All I'm doing is saying it as it is. God, I'm really too tired to talk to you right now. I don't want to see your dumb face today. I'm staying at a hotel for the night. Don't come looking for me.
Hey, wait a second. Don't run away from this.
I'm not running away from anything all I'm doing is trying to explain the reality of the situation to you. I still have work to do, and all you're doing is getting in the way. Don't text me again. If you send me another nagging text telling me to do this or that, I'm not coming home for the next while.
After a few weeks.
Hey, Lisa, can you go to the dry cleaners to pick up my coat? It's getting cold and I want to use it over the weekend.
You're a black coat, right? Got it. Where did you want to go over the weekend? Are you taking me out anywhere special? If you didn't have any specific plans, I was thinking that new amusement park just out of town might be nice.
What are you talking about? Why would I be taking her out all I'm doing is going to work. I have to work over the weekend this week too.
What? Are you serious? I told you I can't be at home this weekend. That's why I asked you to look after Maya.
Really? Did you say something like that? Okay. Well, I can't do that anyways.
No way. I even reminded you a few times.
What am I supposed to do about it? I don't have time to take care of Maya. I have work at school.
That doesn't mean you can just go and do things like this. What are we supposed to do about Maya? She's still in elementary school. Are we supposed to just leave her at home on her own? Can you not do something about it? Like reschedule or something? It's weekend.
Stop bothering me. I hope you realize I don't want to do this either. But the school asked me to stay. So what the hell do you want me to do about it? Besides, do you really think I can just walk up to my supervisor and tell her that I don't want to work? Just because I have to look after my kid?
But why you can't? You tell them that you had a family emergency or something. There are so many better ways you could put it if you actually tried. It's not like they'll say no. There's a child being left all alone for a whole day. And I really have to go out on that day.
You can ask Anna to take care of her. She lives close by, so you can just drop her off there and she'll take care of things.
Because you are a father, Mark. You seriously think we should ask your sister again? Do you realize how many times you've had to ask her for this? She and her husband have to work too. It's not like they're any less busy than we are. Not to mention, did you forget the fact that they just gave birth to a child of their own? They're busy. You still want us to keep depending on them because you can't look after your own child for a single day? This is exactly why I asked you in advance if you could look after her.
Why do you care? Besides, she doesn't think about that kind of stuff. Also, she likes Maya, and she'll take care of her properly. I fail to see how there's anything wrong with this arrangement.
Yeah, you could have said that if they actually had the free time to look after another child. But just look at the situation they're in. How much worse do you want to make it for them? What's worse is that they have their own plans, so we can't suddenly step in and ask them to drop everything for Maya.
What? So my plans don't matter? Is that what you're saying? I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself. But it's not like I want to keep on staying long at work like this. And just so you know, I do actually want to spend time with Maya.
If you really think that, then why can't you discuss that with your supervisors? Even before that, I asked you for this a while ago. You're the one that went and decided to take home more work after the fact. Besides, I really don't understand why you can't tell them you have an emergency. What if Maya got sick or got seriously hurt? Would they still keep you then? I also don't understand what there is to do at a school on the weekend. That's not so urgent.
I don't want to keep repeating myself. What you have to realize is that I can't just tell them that I have to look after my child. That excuse is not good. If so, I wouldn't be here working so hard forever. In any case, I'm not skipping out on work. Once you stop being stupid, you can handle Maya by yourself.
Stupid! I'm trying to raise a genuine concern here. If you hate it so much, why don't you try harder to fight it? Instead, all you ever do is take it out on me. What's going on here?
You just don't have any clue, do you? I don't want to talk to you anymore about this.
Whatever. Fine, I give up. I'm going to look for someone to look after Maya while I'm gone.
Yeah, do that anyways. Don't depend on me for this kind of stuff from now on.
At that weekend.
Maya, sweetie, Mommy, sorry for making you wait at home all on your own. I'll come back as soon as I can, okay? Are you still playing with Jenny at the park?
I'll be fine, Mom.
It's about time for you to have lunch.
I'm on the way home so that I can have lunch. Jenny's mommy said that she would drive me back.
Wow, that's real nice of her. Take care getting back now. Also, don't forget to say thank you to Jenny's mommy. There's a sandwich and some vegetables for you in the fridge. So all you have to do is put it in the microwave before eating it. You remember how to use the microwave, right?
Don't be silly, Mommy. I'm already 10 years old. I know how to use a microwave.
Wow, that's great, sweetie. You're so smart. Let me know when you get home.
I've got home.
Good, sweetie. Do you have your key for the apartment?
Yeah, I put it in my bag to keep it safe.
Okay. Remember to lock the door once you go inside. Then make sure to wash your hands before you eat. Got it? And don't forget to brush your teeth after you finish eating. Got it, Maya? Are you inside yet, Mia?
Someone's inside our house.
Someone? What do you mean by that? Is Daddy home from work already?
I don't know. When I opened the door, I saw someone's pair of shoes on the ground. These shoes that I've never seen before.
What? Maya, hold on. You can't go inside, okay? Is Jenny's mom still there? Did she go back already?
No, she took me all the way to the front door.
Okay, good. Just wait there for a sec. You can go to Jenny's house and play with her for a bit, okay?
Okay, I will, Mommy. But who is inside the house, Mommy?
Don't worry about it, honey. It's just a visitor, I think. Just wait at Jenny's place while I deal with them, okay?
Okay, Mommy. Come pick me up soon, Mommy.
Of course, sweetie. Mommy loves you.
I love you, too.
Right after that.
Can you pick up the phone, Mark?
Hey, what the hell is your problem? I'm at work right now. Stop trying to bother me. I told you yesterday, didn't I? I have to work this weekend.
If you were really at work, then maybe I would have apologized. But do you not get that? I'm calling you right now because there's something we need to talk about.
What? What do you want? And what do you mean by if? Are you doubting that I'm at work? Or did you just contact me to send me some stupid joke like this?
I don't know if you would call it a joke. But tell me, since when did you start working from home? Also, tell me who the woman next to you is.
What are you talking about? This is a sick joke, you know.
As I said, it's not really a joke. I'm asking you a question to which I'd appreciate an answer.
Then what do you mean by the woman next to me? What do you mean by working from home? I'm at the school right now.
Did the school suddenly move into our apartment building? I got a text message from Mia a hot minute ago. What do you think she said?
What? I don't know.
Come on. Where's the fun in that? Take a guess.
Like I said, I don't know. You're wasting my valuable time. I have better things to do right now than play your stupid game.
She said someone's inside the house.
Why would she say that? She's not home right now. Didn't you say you were going to find someone to look after her today?
And surprise, I couldn't find anyone on such short notice. And guess what? That's why I asked one of her friend's moms to look after her in the morning. But once she got sent home, she found that someone else was there before her. And then she told me.
I don't understand what you're talking about. When was Maya in the apartment?
Don't worry, I didn't let her all the way in. I couldn't let her see what you were up to after all. I asked that friend's mom to take her to their home for the time being. Just look at you, causing trouble for everyone, everywhere you go. You must be awfully proud of yourself.
That has nothing to do with a woman by my side, right? All she said is that someone was at home.
Well, there is one, isn't there? In the living room right next to you at this very moment. She's sitting on the sofa with you, isn't she? Do you like her long hair, her smooth, flawless skin? Oh gosh, is that the principal that you mentioned that she asked you to work over the weekends? Say, why don't you two put on some clothes already? It's awfully cold today.
What are you saying?
Sorry, turns out I can see everything if you can believe it. There's not a single excuse or a turn of phrase that'll save your sorry ass at this point.
What do you mean you can see everything?
You didn't notice. You know the camera in the living room.
The camera? When did you put a camera up?
Last night. In fact, because you decided to refuse to help me at the last minute, I can't find anyone to take care of Maya. I realized she'd be all on her own for a prolonged period of time. Now my first thought was, what a poor excuse for a father you are, breaking every single promise you ever made to me or Maya in the past few months. But then I thought about Maya. I know difficult for you to understand, since I wanted to be able to watch over her throughout the day. I decided it would be the responsible thing to do to set up a nanny cam just in case anything went wrong.
You're kidding, right? Why would you do something like that?
Just imagine the camera I set out to protect my daughter. Turns out it ends up catching my husband in the act of cheating. Well, I certainly didn't expect that to happen. So, this is the kind of work you've been staying late for all the time with that principal, huh?
It's really not what it looks like.
Well, unfortunately for you, I've been watching the stream from the camera ever since Maya told me that someone else was home. I can't take it anymore. I'll bring the divorce papers when I get home.
Wait, divorce? Are you being serious right now? Are you going to turn Mia into a kid without a dad?
I think it's important enough for me to decide by myself, and for that matter, I don't think the opinion of someone who left the family behind to play with women is really worth listening to hear. Goodbye, Mark.
After that, Mark was extremely sorry for having an affair with the principal, promised to change, and hoped Lisa would forgive him. Lisa filed for divorce from Mark on the grounds that Mark had an affair and left his family uncared for. A few weeks later in court, amid Mark's objections, Lisa and Mark were declared divorced. Lisa has won custody of her child, and the house belongs to Lisa for her and her daughter to live in. Mark had to move out of the house and spend money every month to take care of Maya until she turned 18 years old.
Leo, what on earth were you thinking? Did you honestly believe you could keep this a secret for an extended period?
Spare me the theatrics, Eli. I don't have the time or patience for your emotional wife act.
So you can sleep with your secretary for who knows how long and I can't even discuss it with you? Tell me, how long have you been having an affair with that woman, Chloe?
Why does it even matter to you? You were naive enough to never question it until now. So why do you care whether we've been together for a month or a year?
Are you serious? I was foolish to blindly trust my unfaithful husband, and I'm an even bigger fool to think that you'd feel remorse for your actions. You seem more relieved to have your secret exposed than regretful.
Oh, please don't attempt to shift the blame onto me.
What do you mean?
Whose fault is it that I had to turn to my secretary? If you had considered my needs, I wouldn't have resorted to Chloe.
What in the world are you even saying, Leo?
You've been nothing but a miserable mess since losing that baby. All you do is mope around the house when you come home from work. And with the weight you've gained, it's glaringly evident on your body.
You can't be serious right now. You're the one cheating on me with your secretary, and yet you're finding fault with me.
If you want to complain about me cheating, then you also need to accept responsibility for it. You're the one who drove me to cheat.
Oh my God, I've been with such a colossal jerk all this time. You know what? I'm divorcing you.
Oh, thank God. Finally, Chloe and I can live together without your annoying presence hanging over us.
What the hell? I can't believe you've been plotting for me to be out of your life all this time. 2 hours later. Leo, what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, seems like someone's home.
Why in the world are my belongings scattered around on the lawn?
Oh, did we forget to inform you? We're kicking you out?
What's that?
You're the one who wants a divorce. I'm just agreeing to your terms. You can't live with me in this house once we're divorced.
But that doesn't mean you throw my belongings out.
Who said I threw your stuff out?
Ah.
Well, Chloe just had to organize space for her things, you know.
So she tossed my belongings without a second thought.
She was just helping. You should be grateful, really.
I can't believe this. You'll pay for this, Leo. Remember my words. After a few minutes. Hey, Anna, I need to talk to you about something.
Hello, darling. It's been so long since we last caught up. How are you? I hope my son is treating you well.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk to you about. Leo kicked me out of the house.
What? How dare he? Do you want me to come knock some sense into his thick brain?
No, that won't be necessary. I'm the one who asked for the divorce.
Divorce? What's up, my dear?
He was having an affair with his secretary all this time.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry, Yuli. I thought I taught my son well, but clearly I failed.
It's not your fault, Anna. It's just that Leo threw all my stuff out, and now I have nowhere to go. I didn't know who else to talk to, so I just texted you.
You did the right thing. I know things have been hard on you after that miscarriage, and I was stunned by my son's actions. I can only imagine your pain. I can't help you relieve your pain, as that's something you need to work on by yourself, but I can offer you a place to stay.
No, Anna, that isn't necessary. I'll just get a hotel room.
No way. I don't want to hear anything else. I'm sending Juan over to pick you up.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you. A week later.
You stupid witch. What the hell have you done?
What's wrong, Leo?
How could you do this, Yuli? Now my whole career is on the line.
I thought you were ready to reveal your secret.
Are you insane? They just fired me and Chloe. Do you even realize how bad that looks on my CV?
I just thought your colleagues deserved to know the truth about how close you are with your secretary. Your boss, especially. He deserved to know how well you've been following the no dating between colleagues rule.
Believe me, Yuli, you want to get on my bad side.
I think it's too late now, Leo. And honestly, you don't scare me anymore. After 5 days. Hey, what are all these preparations going on in the house?
Don't play dumb, Yuli. All these decorations are for your birthday party tomorrow.
Goodness, you recall.
Certainly. Friends don't let birthdays slip, Yuli.
I haven't marked my birthday in ages. Leo tends to overlook it, and even when I remind him, there's rarely time to celebrate together.
Well, unlike my brother, I'm not foolish, so I remember and we're planning an epic party.
I'm genuinely excited now.
You should be. It's pointless dwelling on the negatives when you can revel in the positives, right? Oh, and I extended invitations to our relatives and some of your colleagues. Hope that's acceptable.
Yes, that's fine, thanks, Juan.
Save your gratitude for the party. You should really thank my mom. She had the brilliant idea to throw this celebration for you.
What can I say? Anna is the finest mother-in-law any woman could ask for. At least Leo got one thing right.
And what's that?
He introduced me to this wonderful family I can now call my own, even if he's absent.
No need to fret, Yuli. We're here for you.
Next day, I can't understand why you'd resort to such petty tactics now. Who even granted you an invite to the event?
I don't need an invitation to a gathering thrown by my family. Can you grasp how embarrassing it is when the entire family receives an invitation for your wife's party and you're omitted?
Allow me to remind you, ex-wife.
The divorce isn't finalized yet, you foolish woman.
What's your aim, Leo? I thought you were content with me out of the picture. Why crash my celebration?
I warned you I'd retaliate, and that's precisely what I'm doing.
Denying your affair with Chloe and spreading the tale that I was dating her pretending to be a lesbian? Were you attempting to shield your wife by concealing your own sexuality? Is that your grand scheme? How foolish can one be?
It nearly succeeded if my dim-witted brother hadn't interfered.
There was no chance people would believe your absurd story, Leo. And how dare you tell everyone that I fabricated my miscarriage?
Who knows? A woman seeking attention like you might do anything for pity or sympathy.
Goodness, Leo, have you completely lost your mind? You witnessed the anguish caused by that miscarriage. I wept through the night. I had to resort to antidepressants, for heaven's sake. And you decide to publicly declare it as a sham.
You're yelling at me when I'm the one who ought to be shouting at you.
Why even bother?
You're the one sleeping with my brother, and I'm the one causing a scene at the party?
It's better if you avoid discussing intimate matters. At least I wanted a divorce before being with someone else, unlike you.
At least I'm not involved with your sister. You must be really desperate if you couldn't spare my brother. Or did you just jump into bed with the first guy you saw after me?
Who I'm with or not is none of your concern. I won't waste my time giving you an explanation you don't deserve. You can go to hell. A few minutes later, hey, I wanted to thank you for not letting Leo spread rumors about me at the party. I didn't expect him to stoop so low with those crazy allegations.
No need to thank me. I wasn't going to let my idiot brother talk nonsense about you, okay?
Rumors like this can stick, especially in the workplace. People start to judge you.
Don't worry, it's all sorted now.
Leo thinks we're dating, and he's pretty furious about it.
Yeah, the whole room thought we were dating. I was quite convincing in my act, wasn't I? Honestly, Leo being upset is just the cherry on top.
Right. Leo and his mistress were foolish to even think people would believe this crazy story.
Yes, they sure as hell didn't expect Mom and me to support you. You shouldn't waste another minute thinking about him, Yuli.
I think you're right. You're a good friend, one.
The best one, I'd say. You weren't so bad yourself.
Really funny. A month later.
Who are these strange people at my house?
What are you talking about, Leo?
There are people at my door claiming the house is now theirs. I assumed it was some stupid prank you were pulling on me.
Your mind led you in the right direction, but it's not a prank. The house is genuinely theirs.
How could that be? The house is mine.
The house was yours, Leo. Then it became mine due to your actions, and I just sold it.
What do you mean you sold it? How could you sell it when the house is mine?
I get it, Leo. With that tiny brain of yours, it's hard to keep up with so much information. Don't worry, I'll help you. It's clear you don't remember. Let me remind you that we signed a prenup before our wedding. The contract clearly stated that if either of us cheated, the house would automatically go to the non-cheating partner. There was no way I was going to live in that cursed house myself, so I sold it and made a profit.
But you can't do this.
Actually, I can, and I just did. Half an hour later. What's wrong with Leo? How could you get into a fight with the new owners? They called to tell me about the altercation.
If you thought you could get people to kick me out, you're wrong. I'm not leaving my house.
You should reconsider, or they might call the police to evict you. I convinced them not to press charges against you, so consider it your last chance.
Taking my home won't make me miserable. Do you think I'd end up homeless or something? I could easily live with Chloe or at my mother's place. Your plan to make me homeless failed.
You can live anywhere. Just get out of the house and let the new owners move in. Later that evening.
You ugly witch! How dare you turn my family against me? You charmed my brother, but my mother? What lies did you tell my mother?
I didn't need to lie to your mother. The truth was right in front of her, enough to see you're the black sheep of the family. She was very disappointed when she learned of your escapade. By the way, what did she even do to make you so furious?
Cut the act. You're behind all of this. My mother kicked me out and willed the family fortune to her future grandchild. She won't let me inside the house.
That's a wise decision. Let me clarify. I have nothing to do with this. It was all Anna's decision.
Whatever, did my mother tell me? You moved to a new apartment?
Why do you even care, Leo?
I don't care at all.
I'm glad we got that cleared. 2 days later.
Hey, how are you settling into the new apartment?
It's as good as renting an apartment can be.
You could have stayed with us longer. We enjoyed your company more than anyone. It was kind of you to let me stay in the first place. I didn't want to overstay my welcome. You could never do that. You're honestly like a daughter I never had.
That's so sweet of you, Anna.
How are things with Leo? I hope he's not troubling you anymore.
He's just not ready to leave me alone. He keeps finding new excuses to text me and trouble me with it.
I'm sure that stupid mistress of his is filling his mind with these crazy ideas. I never liked that girl.
Yeah, that girl looked like trouble from the moment Leo hired her.
You're right. Leave her. Tell me if you'd come home for dinner tonight. Juan would definitely like that.
I know what you're trying to do, Anna, but Juan and I are just good friends.
I'm sure good friends can have dinner together.
Yeah, I'll be there. Thank you for inviting me. After a week.
Hey, Yuli, I need your help.
I think I told you to leave me alone, Leo.
No, but this is urgent.
Whatever it is, I'm not interested.
Please, Yuli, I urgently need some money or I'll end up living on the streets. You have to help me.
Not that I care about what happened to your dream girl. I thought you were enjoying your stay with her in some luxurious hotel.
Don't even mention that witch.
I see I've hit a nerve.
That witch stole all my remaining money and ran away. She told me there's no use living with a broke man like me.
That's bad. I thought you guys shared true love. What happened to that?
Look, Yuli, I'm already in bad shape. Could you please stop taunting me about it?
Okay. I won't say that. I already told you your true love seems to be a complete gold digger.
Don't play games with me, Yuli. Please. Just lend me some money. I can't even afford this hotel room for one more day.
And how is that my problem, Leo?
Please, Yuli. Just try to understand. I have nowhere to go and barely any money.
You're on your own, Leo. You didn't think about if I had anywhere to go before kicking me out of that house, did you?
It was different, Yuli. You had the money. I don't have much.
I don't care, Leo. I hope you enjoy street life. 3 days later. What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm just here to talk, Yuli. Let me in.
Have you totally lost it? You're creating a scene in my neighborhood, so just get lost, Leo.
But I wish to converse with you, Yuli.
How on earth did you even discover my current residence?
That's irrelevant. It wasn't overly complex to track your movements from your workplace back to your home.
You mean you stalked me?
Come now, Yuli, don't adopt this attitude. Unseal the door.
I swear to God, Leo, if you don't withdraw immediately, I'll have to summon law enforcement.
I'm indifferent. I'm here to communicate with you, and I won't depart unless you reveal yourself. If you won't, then I'll need to explore alternative means.
What the hell do you mean? 2 minutes later. What in the world are you doing up there, Leo? Have you completely lost your senses? Descend at once. Can't you comprehend my instruction to get off that pipe? You'll simply plummet and injure yourself, you imbecile. After 5 minutes. Juan, where are you right now? It's an urgent situation.
What? What happened? Are you unharmed?
I'm fine. It's Leo.
What? What about him?
He fell from the first floor.
Oh, God. How did that happen? Goodness, that man is a fool. Where are you? Where is he?
We're still in the front yard, awaiting the ambulance. He appears to be in considerable pain.
Oh, God, why did he have to do it?
He was attempting to gain entry since I refused to admit him.
The man's simply foolish. I'm on my way. And please don't inform Mom about this right now. She'll be distressed. The man may be a fool, but he's still her son. I'll inform her personally once I ascertain his condition.
Okay? Yeah, don't fret about it. The next day. Hey, how is he faring now?
Not very well. He seems to have sustained numerous fractures.
Oh, God, that's unfortunate.
The physician indicates he might not regain the ability to walk, Yuli. I know he was a complete jerk, but I still somewhat feel pity for my brother.
I understand, Juan. He's your brother, after all. Did you notify Anna?
Yes, I did brief her this morning.
How did she react? That's reasonable. Keep me informed about his health. I have to go for now. 2 days later.
I heard you visited me during my surgery. It's evident that you still harbor concern for me.
Don't get overly optimistic about it. It was just an instinctual response. How are you faring now?
I've been better and in significantly less agony, but that's not my primary concern right now. Yuli, can we please just converse?
There's nothing left to discuss, Leo.
I finally realized my mistakes. I truly need you right now. We pledged to support each other in sickness and health. The doctors are informing me that I won't regain the ability to walk, and I need my wife in my life, Yuli.
Oh, for what? So I could serve as your caregiver? And what vows are you referencing? Where were you when I needed you after I lost my baby? Forget about being there for me. You wouldn't even wait a month before finding solace in another woman's arms, so don't attempt to manipulate me here.
Yuli, I realize I made a mistake, but I want to rectify it now. I genuinely love you. Let's give it another chance, please.
Spare me the deceit, Leo. You don't want to reconcile because you love me. You want to reconcile because you need me in your life? I'm done with this conversation. I'm truly sorry that you won't walk again because, frankly, you dug your own pit, and now you must lie in it. But don't expect me to be the one assisting you through it. Farewell, Leo. After that, Leo endured a pitiable fate, being confined to a wheelchair for the remainder of his life. He descended into acute depression and the clutches of alcohol. Anna, softened by her son's wretched state, took him under her care. I don't fault her for forgiving him, although I've forgiven him for whatever he did to me. He's already suffering enough, and the ultimate blow to his mental health was discovering that Juan and I just got married and are soon expecting a baby.